you know. So this is really the thing that she has to focus on when she's trying to answer this entire thing. Doesn't matter how she justifies it, it doesn't matter the structure or the approach. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one because we're gonna be reacting and analyzing to Miss Universe Top 5 Q&A segment. Now, for the past few days, a lot of you have been requesting this video, and as you know, if you've been on my channel for a while, Q&A is actually my favorite part of any pageant out there. You can go and watch through my videos and you will see that for every single pageant that I ever covered on my channel, I do have a reaction video to the Q&A. However, this year, Miss Universe is just being a savage when it comes to copyright. If I put any footage from the show on this video, it is guaranteed to get blocked. And that is really the only reason why I had not posted a video yet. So a lot of you messaged me saying that Tito Boy Abunda made a video analyzing the questions and the answers, and you wanted me to react to it. However, I felt kind of weird reacting to someone analyzing someone else's answers. So I told myself, instead of doing that, I'll just react to the questions and the answers myself on my channel without the footage, just the text, and we'll, you know, get into it together. So for each one of the top 5 candidates, we are going to be reviewing the question, the answer. I will tell you what I like, what I don't, and the strengths and weaknesses of each one of the answers. So I really hope that you enjoyed this idea and this video. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like on the videos that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section if you agree with my comments, my feedback, and my overall reaction. Alright my friends, so without further ado, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it.
Be strong.
Alright, so to get things started, we are gonna be analyzing Miss Colombia's answer. And the question that she was asked said, according to Global Citizen, 95% of the world's countries are led by a male head of state. How will the world be different if more women were in charge? And to this question, this is what Valeria had to say. Women are leaders by nature. We have the power to raise our voices and make decisions in society as role models, make an example, but not just with words, but with action. That's why women raise her voice, as in this platform called Miss Universe. We are taking charge of our lives and deciding what we want to award to the society in order to make it a better way. So women, let's raise our voice and make us a better united universe. Alright, so let's get into it. The core of the question, in my opinion here, what was actually being asked to Valeria is, how will the world be different if more women were in charge? You know, so this is really the thing that she has to focus on when she's trying to answer this entire thing. Doesn't matter how she justifies it, it doesn't matter the structure or the approach that she decides to go for the answer. The only thing that we expect is an answer to this question. And in my opinion, this was really the biggest issue with Valeria's answer, is the fact that she did not address the core of the question. She actually stayed more on the general side of a statement that, I do have to give it to her, sounds very empowered, sounds very inspiring. You know, she's using words as leaders by nature, power to rise. She is showing the contrast between words and action, and I believe that, you know, anyone who is hearing this will be actually inspired by her speech. But ultimately, I feel like the biggest letdown for this entire thing was the fact that she did not address that very small but key part of the question, which was, how will the world be different if women were in charge? Moving on, we are going to be analyzing Miss Paraguay's answer, and for this one, this is the question that Nadia received. How can women best handle body shaming? And to this, Nadia had to say, our body is our temple, so we must take care of it. Our inner beauty is what really matters. Let's cultivate our inner beauty so it can reflect to our external beauty. Thank you. Okay, so this was a very short, however very efficient statement, if you ask me. The first thing that I have to say about it is that I believe that Nadia did answer the question, you know. However, I do have to comment a little bit on the choice of words and perhaps how repetitive the answer sounds at times. When you have such a short answer, I feel like if you include several times the same word, for example, beauty, although she was using it in different, you know, contexts, for example, inner beauty, external beauty, it doesn't sound very pleasing to the ear, in my personal opinion. I do have to give her props because I feel like the fact that she used precisely these two elements, so inner beauty external beauty. It really created a contrast between the two words, which made her answer a little bit more clear. Also, I do like the fact that she compared a woman's body to a temple, you know, something that is sacred, something that must be kept intact and immaculate at all times, something that must be protected. So I do like that part of the answer as well. So at the end of the day, I feel like she did have a very simple answer, and although there were some strengths to it, I feel like it could have been developed a little bit more. But let's not forget that Nadia had this incident with the translator where he was not able to translate the words body shaming, so it was kind of like an interesting dynamic. But overall, she did an okay job. She did answer the question, so you know, that's the main thing. Moving on to the next one, we have Miss South Africa, and here is the question that Lalela had to answer. Should tweets and social media comments from a person in their teenage years be held against them later? And to this in particular, Lalela had to say, I believe that everybody should be held accountable for their actions. And if a person doesn't know how to act on social media, they should be cancelled. I believe in cancel culture in the same place. I also believe in redemption culture, and I hope that the person has matured and has learned better and done better. I hope that they could do better and be redeemed. So I do believe that they can grow and be allowed to do that. Okay, so let's get into this one. This is a little bit more of a complex question, and to be honest, I do have a few thoughts about it, so let's dig right into it. So in my opinion, the core of the question here, yes, it was talking about social media, cancel culture, but do you think that it should be held against you years later? For example, if you say something in your teenage years and then like 20 years later, you're applying for a job, they dig on your social media and they find something that you did many years ago, should that be held against you? Now, Lalela had a very interesting answer because we know that she is very eloquent. This woman can communicate, and honestly, this is one of the reasons why I loved her so much from the very beginning of the competition. However, I'm not gonna lie, I do have a little tiny problem with this answer. Let's get into it. I feel like at first, everything started well when she was explaining everybody should be held accountable for their actions. This is a very powerful statement, a great way to open the answer. However, the problem for me really started when she said they should be cancelled. And the reason why I do have an issue with this statement is because I feel like it was not the right choice of words. Based on what Lalela said later on, she was describing I believe in cancel culture in the same place. So I don't think she was actually talking about cancel culture. She was actually talking about calling someone out. You know, if you do something wrong, I'ma call you out on the spot. Cancel culture actually means that you will be cancelled. We don't want to hear from you, we don't want to see you, we don't want to know your opinion or your take on anything. You are cancelled, we are done with you, I don't want to deal with it, right? And I feel like the issue was once again the choice of words, because later on during her statement she went on to explain that she also believes in redemption culture, which means giving the person a second chance, allowing them to try again. She believes in allowing them to grow over time, learn, and integrate those experiences into their own life and then become a better person at the end of the day, right? But the problem here is that I feel like cancel culture does not take those things into consideration. So the first part of the question had kind of a funny contrast with the second part of it. I almost feel like it was two different answers with two different perspectives, right, to the same question. And the only reason why this is a little destabilizing for me is because I think that cancel culture can have a long-term impact on someone else's mental health. For sure, I believe that people deserve to be called out. If you're doing something wrong, something unethical, something discriminatory, you should definitely be put on the spot. However, when everyone is canceling you, when everyone turns their back on you, they don't want to hear from you, they don't consider you, they don't see you as a human being anymore, this is when people really tend to go into dark places, and sometimes it can go from dark thoughts to really actions that cannot be repaired after that, if you know what I mean. So when she came out with this answer and she had a section that was saying they should be cancelled, and then at the end she has another statement that says they can grow and be allowed to do that, I feel like I get precisely what she was trying to say, and I feel like most people understood it as well. But yeah, I just wanted to add my 2 cents about the choice of words, and I believe that it could have been a little bit more clear. Lalela explained this so beautifully, and I feel like from beginning to end she was one of the candidates who seemed like the most sure of herself. She had a moment of hesitation, but she was able to recover very quickly and deliver the last part of the answer. So there you go. Moving on, we have Miss India, Miss Harnaaz, the winner of Miss Universe 2021, and this is the question that she was given during the top 5. Many people think climate change is a hoax. What would you do to convince them otherwise? Honestly, my heart breaks to see how nature is going through a lot of problems and to all irresponsible behavior. And I totally feel that this is the time to take action and talk less, because each action could either kill or save nature. Prevent and protect is better than repent and repair, and this is what I'm trying to convince you guys today. The first thing that I'm gonna tell you about Harnaaz's answer is that I really like the structure of the answer itself. I feel like not only she started with a very general statement, kind of acknowledging the current state of nature and the reason why it's on that state, which is by human behavior. Then she moved on to really address the core of the question, which is pretty much answering the question, right? She included terms such as this is the time to take action, talk less, because each action could either kill or save nature. Now, when it comes to these, words that she was inserting here and there, I really feel like these words were carefully selected because they have a big meaning, they have a lot of impact. When you say that your actions can either kill or save, that is a matter of death or life. It's like there's no in the middle, right? So I feel like she was really able to accentuate the answer in the right places. And then for the last part of the question, she was actually talking a little bit more about the consequences of our actions, and the fact that later on we might regret what we are doing and how we are behaving today. So by using words such as prevent and protect versus repent, I feel like she really was able to emphasize, the overall message that she wanted to give to the audience, right? All right, and last but not least, we have the answer of Miss Philippines, Beatrice Luigi Gomez, and this is the question that she was provided. Given the ever-changing COVID situation, what is your opinion of mandating universal vaccine passports? And to this, Beatrice had to say, I believe that public health is everyone's responsibility, and to mandate vaccine inoculation is necessary. And if mandating vaccine passports will help us in regulating and the rollout of vaccines and mitigate the situation of the pandemic today, then I will agree on mandating the necessary passport for that vaccination. Okay, so let's talk about the question and analyze the answer. So here, of course, Bea is being asked about a very controversial topic, which is the universal vaccine passport. The reason why I think that this is a controversial topic is because a lot of people don't agree with vaccine passports, saying that it compromises their individual freedom, especially in countries like America, the United States. A lot of people go on the streets and they decide to protest because they feel like this is not something appropriate. However, I feel like Beatrice had a very neutral and politically correct answer. And let's get a little bit into that. So first of all, the main point of Beatrice's answer is that public health is everyone's responsibility. So keep that in mind, everyone's responsibility in the sense that we all contribute to it and we all have to do our part in order to make sure that our health system is functioning and is efficient. She also really emphasized the necessity of having some sort of regulation, of having some sort of way or system that would allow us to prevent the spread of the virus. But what I think that Beatrice did the best with this answer is that she stayed neutral. When you think of words like if mandating vaccine passport will help, so if it will help, then I would agree. So actually, when you think about it, she is not imposing you. She is not telling you that this is the way that you must do it. She is telling you if we are able to prove that this actually has a positive impact, if we are able to prove that this will prevent, then and only then I would agree with it. So I feel like if anything, her answer is really based on scientific facts, that we can really back it up with some research. I personally believe that Bea's answer on paper was the strongest one, or like the most smooth one. On stage, however, we do remember that she was a little bit stressed. I think that she was caught by surprise to a certain extent because it's a complex question, especially when you think about the other questions that previous candidates were given. I believe that hers is the one that really was the most polarizing and that required a little bit more of a political answer, that requires some sort of scientific validation. So I think that for what she was given, she did a good job. And overall, when you think about it, if you look at the answer, what she was asked, and the way that she addressed the question, I feel like she was really good at attacking the question in a way that left no room for doubt or hesitation, while also considering the masses and individual freedoms. There you go, everyone. That is pretty much my analysis and my reaction to every single question and answer that was given to the top 5 candidates of Miss Universe 2021. I know that this is a little bit outside of the box for the type of videos that I do. Normally, I have the actual footage of the candidates answering the questions. However, for copyright reasons, that was not possible. But you guys let me know in the comment section, what did you think about the answers, the questions? What did you think about my take on those? And let me know, in your opinion, who were the strongest candidates. Let's say, who are your top 3 strongest candidates for this particular challenge? Alright, so if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug. You know, that's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, everyone, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one.